good morning. Happy Wednesday. It's Wednesday. Maybe we should draw frogs. And maybe next time. Hi Tryhard, how are you doing today? It is Wednesday. Sorry, I have cookies on the side that I'm eating. I'm sorry you're feeling a little sick this morning. I'm doing okay. I woke up like an hour ago. I'm pretty tired. Cold in the apartment. I didn't get a lot done yesterday just because after the stream I felt really tired and generally just kind of out of it, you know? Which happens sometimes. Let me go ahead and duplicate this. Put this like way up here. Like that. So we're gonna keep going working on Lily's portrait today. Like I said, I didn't get a lot done yesterday. But I did color the liner and I added some blush to her cheeks. So not too bad. Okay. Yeah, she's all filled out and in color now. Okay. Wondering how lazy I should be with the coloring, with the shading. Let's be semi-super lazy. Maximum effort! No. Thanks for the lurk, Tryhard. You have a good day. Oh, okay. Just say hi if you feel like dropping by, I guess. If I could have any superpower, what would it be? I think I'd like super speed. For a very long time as a kid, I was like shapeshifting because Mystique is so cool, but I really like the Flash, and I wish I could be faster, I think. Or if like it could be anything, where it's just like one supernatural kind of power, I'd like to not need to sleep. Like forever. Like, it's optional. All bodily functions are optional because they are such a fucking hassle. Being a human being and being alive is hard. You need to eat like food and be a person. I gotta go fast. I do like that. I like doing things fast. Ah. If you could have any superpower, what would it be, Tryhard? Did I fuck that up? Yes, I did. It'll be fine. Fix it. Well, I guess Tryhard had to go. I'll ask him later. I'll ask him later. Yep. Oh, teleportation or reality warping? That's fair. But that means you also gotta go fast. You just don't want to do things fast. You just want things to be done immediately. But like, reality warping is scary because a lot of times when character finds out that they have reality warping powers, it is by accident because they fuck shit up. And I know, like, I sometimes already have a hard enough time with my grasp on reality. I don't want to know that I can affect other people's realities too. No. I guess that's fair. It would be fun. That's another thing. Like, I hate people so much. I should not be trusted with superpowers because there's a higher chance I would become a supervillain. A supervillain who's like, the end goal is something good, but definitely the means might just be murder. Oh, wait. There we go. Sorry if you guys could hear the fan. I forgot to turn it down. Okay, that's good. Sometimes I can see on like the little sound mixer thingamajig that like sounds are coming through the microphone. I think it just depends on if like it then continues to transfer. I don't know. I don't know how sound works. That's something that I learned very early on in my life. Because, huh? Okay, that's okay. I learned something very early on in my life because as a girl, when you're very young, they make you take choir class all the time. Like, you're expected to do it. It wasn't as big of a deal for guys, at least after grade school, but like, if you were a girl and you didn't take choir in middle school, people lost their shit. I don't know why, but they did. Okay. Filtering happens in obvious. Okay. Yeah, that's, yeah. And I am just one of those people who is gifted with a very high voice and is absolutely tone deaf. It's not a good combination, guys. Like, I could make babies cry by trying to sing. Not good time. So I have a very hard time with like sounds and audio mixers. Like the sounds that sound good to me are like, I like radio static. I like music that's like barely audible and is like kind of staticky and scratchy. It makes me feel good in my brain. I'm not being mean. It's true. Okay, I don't make babies cry, but I definitely get the baby like shoving a pillow over my face going, "Shut up." My voice might get better if I smoke 20 packs of cigarettes a day, but I also don't want to do that to my lungs. Or phlegm. I don't like phlegm. That's what really scared me when they made us watch those like videos during DARE. They're like, this is as much phlegm as a heavy smoker coughs up every morning, and I freaked out. Aw, thank you, try hard. Yeah, I have to listen to my own highlights through the stream though to like eventually make highlight reels, and I hate it. I have that Yzma moment where she turns into a cat. She's like, is this my voice? Is this my voice? Okay, I'll stop bashing on myself. Nobody wants to watch a stream where they pick someone who's already down. Haha! Oh, but being totally tone deaf and not musically gifted means I have like a massive amount of respect for people who can do anything with sound. Like, you don't even have to be able to sing or play an instrument. If you can do audio mixing and it sounds good, that's just witchcraft in my brain. You listen to sounds and you think about how multiple sounds will sound together and put them together, and then those sounds all sound good. Amazing. Am I just coloring? Yes. There we go. Fixed it. I've been weirdly craving ramen a lot. It doesn't help that I'm trying to go on Instagram a little bit more often and, like, you know, do that whole artist networking thing. But a lot of the accounts that I follow that aren't explicitly artists that I like, they're food and mostly like ramen or bento box accounts. So sometimes I just wake up and I go on Instagram and I'm like, that looks delicious. And then I crave ramen for the rest of the day, or I don't know. What else do I crave sometimes? Complex food dishes that I do not have the time or energy to make right now. Doesn't it? Doesn't ramen with like a soft-boiled egg and like pork belly or bacon, like thick strips of bacon, or I like fish cakes, but you don't. Or rice cakes. Sound amazing. That's what I want. Fuck. Now I'm really hungry. And all I have next to me right now is cookies. Shit. Ramen for breakfast! Ramen for breakfast! I could eat ramen every single day, and I will get sick of it. But if I go longer than like 2 weeks without having ramen, I start craving it really hard. And it gets bad. It doesn't help that I'm about to start doing the Twitch emotes for Tryhard stream, and his emotes are a bunch of ramen! Yes. I think we should have ramen soon. That would make me very happy. Save. Gotta remember to do that. Got any stories? Sorry, I'm still thinking about the ramen. I don't have too many stories. Let me eat a cookie and story cookies. One time in art school, somebody tried to take credit for my work in front of me. You want to hear that story? Story cookie. Story cookie has spoken. Tell you about the time my mom murdered my brother's cabbage. Oh, okay. So you want to hear about the art stealing in front of me? Okay, so I was in printmaking. In printmaking, it's exactly what it sounds. You make giant prints using like blocks of wood or blocks of linoleum or copper etchings, and I specialized in copper etchings. You use a giant press, and one of the things that happens when you press your plate down when it's covered in ink is there's usually, you're messy, ink gets on the back, so it makes kind of like not quite a reverse print, but just like a print of the back of the plate on the other side of the paper, because we put newsprint down, so it's easier to show with my hands, but it's like a layer. There's the metal board that's part of the press, then you put 2 sheets of newsprint down, which is just plain paper that they normally print newsprint on. It's just cheap paper. And then you put your plate down, and I use copper plates with etchings on them, and then you would put the paper that you actually want the print on top of that, and then you would put a couple more layers of newsprint, and then you would put the these cloth they're like wool. They're super tightly woven wool, and they help even out the pressure of the metal rollers on the press. Anyway, so you do that and you get your print, but you also, on the back of that first couple of layers of newsprint, you get a print of the back side of your plate. And because I was doing acid etching, it meant that the acid would also etch into the back of the plate a little bit, so it would kind of make these cool designs, but I didn't have like any use for them. Like, I wasn't interested in doing anything with that, so I would just throw out the sheets of newsprint. We would put them in like a recycling pile, right? Anyway, I want to say I made like 20 prints with this one copper plate, and this copper plate had like a little bit of duct tape left over on the back. So not only did it have like the very unique acid etching on the back, but it had a couple strips that looked like duct tape. So it was almost like a fingerprint, like it could not have been replicated, right? And when you make that many prints, you get into a rhythm, because you're using the same press over and over. Usually you have all of your paper prepped, so it becomes like a very fast process of putting the paper down, putting the plate down, putting the next paper down, then pressing through, and then taking the print off, and then putting it out to dry, and then like redoing everything for each print. So I very much like, I knew I was almost doing it all automatically, and I was putting all of my newsprint paper into the recycling, right? Fast forward a few weeks, and we're doing our midterm critique, where we look through everyone's printing portfolio in the class, and like we let them know what we think they should work on. The professor talks to everyone individually. Like, it's a whole big thing. It's really cool. It's really nice. people are usually very friendly. Well, there was this one girl who was like, well, I was doing prints of the backs of plates, of the backs of like my plates, and then like I'm talking as where she was saying she was doing prints of like the backs of her plates, where she just kind of let the acid etch anything into it, and then she was printing it, and then she would do another overlay of a print on top of it with like words or images that she had done, right? Very cool concept. Just fine for her to do. Well, she had some of the plates, and all of her plates were a lot smaller than all of the ones I used. I liked using big copper etchings so that I could do very detailed pieces. She did a lot smaller, faster, shorter ones. But I'm getting a little worked up thinking about it because it pissed me fucking off. So she has some of them on newsprint where she was like, well, these were test ones that I did, and one of them looks a lot bigger than the rest. And it looks almost exactly like the back of one of my plates. And I can tell because of the duct tape on it. And so it comes to her turn to critique, and I start asking her questions. Because I'm like, by this time, because it's been like a fucking hour where I'm staring at the backs of her plates. And I'm like, that is definitely mine. And right before we went to critique hers, actually, I went back, I left the room for a short minute. I went to my drawer that had all of my copper plates in it, and I looked through my drawer, and I pulled out the one that had the matching duct tape, and I was like, oh, that's definitely the back of my fucking plate, right? And if she had said oh, I was using other people's, or if she said I asked someone, or if even she had asked me at some point, I would have been fine with it. But the fact that she didn't ask me, and she just took it. She took it without asking, and that's what really pissed me off. So it comes to her turn to critique, and I'm asking her a bunch of questions in front of everyone in the class. There's 15 people, including her and me, and the professor is kind of on to what I'm doing because I'm asking her very pointed questions like, oh, so are these all your plates? She goes, yes, these are all my prints and my plates. I go, okay, so it looks like you did a lot of them about the same size, but this one's a lot bigger. And yeah, I actually had a hard time finding that plate again after I did that etching. I was like, okay, well, why did you do this one on newsprint rather than on the other? She's like, oh, well, I was just testing with this one, and I just liked the way it looked, you know? I mean, it's not like I pulled it, almost her exact words, it's not like I pulled it out of the recycling to just use somebody else's. And I'm like, uh-huh. Oh, cool, okay. Very interesting. And the professor's I'm really good friends with the professor, but he's giving me a little bit of a side eye, I understand what you're doing, but please don't start a fight in my class. So we move on from her. And, I'm fucking pissed, right? Yeah. So it gets to be the end of the class, and I pull out, I have my plate. I pull it out, I go over to her while she's packing up her stuff. Everyone in the class is still there. It's still pretty quiet, and I'm like, can I see that one again? She goes, oh yeah, this one, and she pulls out the newsprint, and I match it exactly, and I'm like, yeah, this is the back of my plate, and you didn't even ask to use it. You did pull it out of the recycling. And she was like, okay. And I walked away, and I took it with me, and in front of her, I tore it in half and threw it into the trash. And then I just walked out of the class. I was so fucking angry. That's not okay. I gave her a chance to say, oh, no, this one isn't mine. Or, oh, I've been asking some people if I can use the backs of their plates. Nope. She said that all of them were hers and that she did all of them and this was all hers. And I was so angry. Yeah. I'm still shaking a little bit. I need to take... Yeah. She was, yeah. She was one of those people who victimizes herself to get sympathy. I had to take quite a few classes with her. We were not friends. But I mean, other than that, I've never really had anyone try to steal or take credit for my work. So I guess I've gotten off easy. So either I'm not popular enough or I'm not good enough to steal. Or I just don't know about it yet. Oh, and I did let the professor know. I was like, yeah, that was the back of my plate, so he wouldn't think that I just walked up to someone, took one of their prints, and ripped it apart in front of them. I don't actually know what she got on like her final grade or anything, but I'm pretty sure she quickly stopped that series of doing the backs of plates. Trying to think of a better story so that I stop being so grumpy. I know some of you guys think it's fun when I get angry, but it does make it a little harder to draw. I'm not an angry person. Okay, I am a pretty angry person, but I try not to be an angry person. Could talk about the time. I was gonna say like the story of my dad when he had to eat his own vomit, but that's not really like a pleasant story. I've been told that that's not a very pleasant story to share. It's a good story too. Most of my family stories involve bodily fluids or like bowel movements, and those aren't very pleasant to share on stream. Do you guys want to hear the story of the time I talked back to like the scariest art teacher in my high school in front of a class of students who had just like first years? Like first year art students, not just freshmen. I'll save the vomit story for later. Maybe I'll share that story tonight. Okay. So, when I was in high school, we had two art teachers. Well, technically we had three art teachers, but one of them, she taught photography, so she wasn't like in the art hallway, she was in the computers hallway because she did all of her work on a computer. But so we had two main art teachers. One of them taught sculpting, and the other one taught drawing one, painting one, and like the advanced like drawing and 2D classes, right? And that's the teacher I had. He was really great, but he was also very loud and like very intense, and he he had been teaching long enough, and he'd been teaching a high school art class long enough that he was like, half the kids taking my class think that it's a bullshit easy class and I'll give them an A for nothing. So he was really great to you if you put in effort and he saw that. Even if you weren't good at drawing, if you put in effort and you tried to improve, he would see that and you would get an A. If you just dicked around in his class, you would fail. One time a student drew a gun when he was supposed to be drawing hands, and he handed that in, and Ro was like, is this a threat? Like, what the fuck? Anyway, so I was a junior, and I was one of his advanced art students. So I was in an independent study where basically he would just like draw something and turn something in every 2 weeks. Just turn in a full piece every 2 weeks. I'm like, yeah, I can do that. So he actually, for the final, he actually gave me an assignment, which was to draw a celebrity portrait. And being the edgy teen that I was, I decided to draw Kurt Cobain, which is fine. I like Nirvana. Kurt Cobain's cool. So I'm drawing, and I've got it almost all done, and it's on this like huge piece of mat board, which is kind of like cardboard that you can draw on. It's what they use to like will frame pictures inside the frame. But you can also use it for drawing or painting with colored pencils because it's pretty sturdy and it's usually pretty cheap. So high school teachers love it for last minute canvases. Anyway, this is a black mat board, and my art teacher had a rule that you couldn't have any blank backgrounds. Which means that you could not see the paper. You were not allowed to turn in a piece where you had like a white background. Quotations around white, because what he meant by blank was just the color of the paper or surface that you were working on. But I thought that I could get away with it because mine was so huge and it was black matte. So I was like, it'll be fine. It was not fine. It was the day I had to turn it in, and he was like, Ginger, you need to do the background. So I was like, all right, fine, I'll do the background. And I had done the whole piece in colored pencil. So I decided to do the background in colored pencil, and I was just coloring away purple on this background as fast as I could with my tiny ass colored pencils. And I'm in the middle of class, right? And that's what I'm doing. And all of a sudden I just hear, Ginger, right? He's like across from me, and I stand up so I can see him like over my easel. And I'm like, what's up? And he goes, do you know what sticks are? The whole class is like dead silent because everyone was kind of terrified of him, especially if you were in a drawing one class. And because I was in independent study, I was just basically always in the art room, and this happened to be during a drawing one class, which is the first like intro to drawing class at our high school. And I'm like, what is it? Do you know what sticks are? Sticks? Yes, sticks. Do you know what sticks are? And I looked him dead in the eye and said, I know what sticks are when they fall off of trees. And everyone was not sure if they should start laughing or if I was about to be murdered. And he looked at me, he's like, I'm gonna put this ruler through your ribcage. Do you know what colored pencil sticks are? Like big sticks of colored pencil. I was like, oh, no, I do not. But I'd had him for like 3 years as a teacher. So he knew me, and I knew that like half the time when he was being really loud and intense, like if he liked you, he was trying to joke around. It's just that like we were both very loud people, so it was hard to tell when he was joking unless you were also a loud person, which I happened to be. So I knew he was joking and just giving me shit, but it was really funny to see like all of the freshmen and some of the seniors who had like lived in terror of this man for at least one full semester just being like, we almost saw her die. It was great. I have like 5 stories though. So if you keep asking me to tell stories, I'm gonna run out, and there will be none for the other streams. I'm not good at making them up. Nope, I have like 5. Okay, maybe I only have like 5 at a time. And it's any random 5. And then I cannot remember a single other story for like a week. And then suddenly I get a brand new 5. Oh my god, am I just like the chapters of a webcomic? I just update 5 times, like once a week. 5 new chapters. I am the webtoon. No. I don't have a lot of interesting stories, and I know I don't tell them super well. But thank you for hanging out and putting up with me, guys! What I do love about Clip Studio, I went from using Photoshop to Clip Studio like really fast. One of the things I do love about Clip Studio is that it's like, oh, you wanted to name this layer the same name as the layer you already have? That's okay, because you're an artist, and sometimes you need to rename layers the same thing. But I used to work with Photoshop, and Photoshop was for people who edited photos, and it was very kind of programmy, and it was like, no, you cannot name the same 2 layers the same thing. We will freak out. This 20. Like 20. Up this to 30. Set this right away to multiply. Right now. Okay. Some kind of lazy shading. Mm-hmm. I like this music, but it does not sound like the playlist I picked up. Huh, I guess it is. Weird. Okay. I had a dream about my childhood/high school best friend, and it was weird. I haven't talked to her in years, which is kind of sad, but I mean, we both have very different lives now and we live in very different places. You ever get that where you you didn't exactly fall out with a friend, but just because of distance and time and changes in your life, you just aren't friends anymore at the end of it? It really sucks. Is it a little too early in the morning still to be talking about this deepest stuff? Should I save this for the late night stream? I say late night, but it starts at 7. I'm an old person now. I don't stay up late. Yeah. It's also really sad because some of them it's you didn't mean to. It just happened. It also feels weird when I meet some people who are yes, I've been friends with this person for 10 years, or I've known them since kindergarten, and we've been best friends this whole time. And I'm you exist in real life? Outside of anime? Childhood best friends do that? We have those things? I think the longest I've ever kept a friend was 5 years. 5 or 6 years. Maybe I am the problem. Which is probably true, but that's okay. I'm not hurting. God, this stream got sad. I think it's it's because I'm hungry and I'm still thinking about ramen. And my brain is like sad that I'm not currently stuffing my face with spicy ramen right now. So it's like, now you're just gonna be sad. I'm not saying like friend groups don't change. I'm saying like people always seem to at least have like a few friends that they've had for a very long time. And then I get weird looks when I'm like, no, I haven't spoken to anyone from high school in 5 years. Ingest the tasty. I think it's cool when people can hold on to friends for that long and like still be friends and not hate each other. Well, I've got like one really close, I guess, childhood friend. We don't talk very often, but when we do, like, it's really great. Should talk to her more often, but like she lives in Boston now. Or no, she lives in Massachusetts near Boston now. Yeah. And I guess some people from my high school like follow me on Instagram. This is like my second day without coffee. No, this is my third day without coffee. I have had caffeinated tea a couple of times, but no coffee. I'm doing good. I really should be drinking at least a little bit of coffee because I love it and I don't want to cut the things I love out of my life. But it's not good for me. And I drink it to unhealthy levels. I have a very hard time with moderation because either I go all out or nothing. It's nerf or nothing. And that's just basically how I've run my entire life. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't. Mm-hmm. Mm. You know what's really bad? I really like anime, but most of the time when I watch like a really good anime, I'll do it while I'm eating ramen. So now anytime I watch anime, my brain's just like, why are we not also eating delicious food? I just think, because I was thinking about like Demon Slayer, which I talked about last stream because it's one of my favorite animes, and that's one of the animes I would watch while eating. I don't know, like a good anime just makes me crave like the type of food from the country of origin for some reason. I get that way about like a lot of things. I'm just like, food, give me the food. Oh god, so Naruto did condition me. So there was one time when I was like, I want to say I was like 12. And so I will have super realistic dreams to a point where like I've never really been able to lucid dream. But when I wake up, sometimes I'll have a hard time between realizing which part was the dream and which part was reality. I've been working on it a lot, but it was really bad when I was really young. And one of the times that happened, I went to sleep. I was at my grandmother's house for like, I think it was just like we were visiting during part of the summer. I went to sleep and I had a dream where my parents had decided to move us to Japan for some reason. I don't know why. And in the dream, like we moved to Japan and I got to eat all of this amazing Japanese food, right? Like I had like, it was amazing. Like by this time I had watched enough anime and I had gone to enough like ethnic food places because my mom really likes, she really likes sushi and she really likes, which is not the, I know that's not the only thing Japanese people eat, but we also made like some authentic Japanese recipes like at home because I wanted to. Anyway, like that's the one thing I'm obsessed about with Japan's culture is their food. I woke up as a 12-year-old from the dream, and by the time I realized it was a dream and we were not actually moving to Japan, I cried because it meant that I could not eat like rice balls every day for the rest of my life. Because I was really upset. And my parents could not understand why. I really like food, guys. Nom nom nom. I really need to start eating before the stream. Now I probably could have left some of these as like more solid shadows. That's fine. I like softer shadows anyway, and it's something to work on later. big stretch. I don't know if you guys hear that, but that was my shoulders popping. Need a new shoulder. Yeah, probably should replace both of them. Time for a tune-up. How are you doing, Spectre? It's been so long! A whole 24 hours. Yes. Yesterday feels like it was a while ago. Yesterday feels like... I think it maybe could have been like 2 days ago. Maybe. Oh, how was your meeting? If you can talk about it. I don't know if people want to talk about that. That's fair. Yeah, Art told me about that. Made me feel bad. You actually missed, I actually told some stories. I can't even remember the stories I told now. But it was a story, I told the story of, when somebody tried to steal my work in front of me in the same class we were in. And about, the one time when I talked back and made a joke at the teacher that everyone was afraid of in high school, and people thought I was gonna die. And I did not. I probably only got away with that talking back a little bit was because I had him for so many years and he liked me, so. Yeah. The heavy-handed moderator. Oh, speaking of students having good relationships with their teachers, do you guys want to hear a funny story about my brother? And what happened with one of his teachers? Okay, so my brother is 17 and he's in his senior year of high school, and he's taking this CAD class, right? Which is his 5th and 6th hour. They're his last 2 hours of the day. And he had finished his project a little bit earlier than everyone else, maybe just by a day or two. So the teacher's like, okay, well, he had this is where we're gonna hang them up at the front of the class, because it was I think it was his Chinese food takeout box where he had to design it and come up with the logo, and then he also had to print it. It was a process. He did a thing. So he's hanging it up, and he's standing behind the teacher, who's standing at the front of the class at like the whatever little like podium or desk, and he's like letting people know, oh, when you finish your project, you can come up and put it up here, like how like how Pendragon is doing. That's what he goes by in the Discord, is Professor Pendragon. And he my brother had a Dr. Pepper, and while the teacher was talking, he took the tiniest, he said it was the tiniest sip of Dr. Pepper, and he felt like he had to burp. He thought it was just going to be like a very small burp, and the teacher was still kind of talking, and instead of being a very small burp, instead apparently it was like the loudest, one of the longest burps he's ever given. He said it lasted almost 2 straight minutes and was super loud, and he was standing directly behind the teacher, to the point where the teacher just stopped talking and turned around and just looked at him. And then when my brother was done, he was like, all right. And then he went back to talking, and my brother was like, the only reason I didn't get detention is because he really likes me. Yep. That, for like a day during the holidays, while we were all visiting, was like the story for the family. Probably realized it wasn't intentional, but at the same time, like, there are some teachers who even if they like can kind of, they know that it's not intentional, are just on a fucking power trip and are just like, how dare you have a bodily function? Oh, my brother was like a little embarrassed for half a second, and then he was really proud of his burp. So he was just like, yeah. I've had some teachers that are just, where it's obvious, very obviously like, what the fuck, dude? What are you doing? Why are you like this? I'm gonna try and, okay. Nope. Maybe? Trying to adjust the audio just the tiniest bit so that my voice is not quite as loud. I think I fixed it. Okay, cool. Highlights. Do you guys think you would want highlights of just the drawing with the audio cut out, or I think I'm gonna make highlights of the weird stories, because those are fun. I don't quite know how people make highlights for like just chatting and some of their art streams. I guess I should go look at other art streamers. I do look at other art streamers, I just... Yeah. Brain has guests who do weird stories? Okay. Maybe I'll take a look at some of his streams too. I think Brain is a guy, I think I've seen some of his stuff with art. Yeah. Even weirder stories. I actually went in really deep with that weird story I made for Art about how he was like hiding from Big Bird and all of that stuff. Like I was thinking about it like in the back of my head for like 2 days straight, and I was like, I could make this into a whole plot and make it really cool into a whole comic, but I just could not figure out. And she got called while she was playing with Brain. Oh no! I hate when work calls on your day off. Truly hate it. Dog poop is all over the ceiling. Oh no! How dare you get pulled away by a game that you are invested in and are doing in your free time? How dare? How dare you be a person with hobbies and interests? Ah, shit. Sometimes I draw on the wrong layer and it's dead. Edit, redo that. Okay, perfect. Awesome. That's amazing. It is not. It's kind. You could probably like do a private server by yourself and kind of make it like a park simulator and set that up for yourself. But yeah, the risk is that if you ever let other people on it, they would like destroy everything. Ark is one of those things that has a very, very bad like player base in fandom. I would never ever play Ark ever. And I love dinosaurs. But no, Art wants to do like a simulated guess. He wants to do some streams where where they play Ark together on a private server with him and some of his friends from like Eve and some other streamers, which I think is really cool that he's setting that up. And then he's gonna make it a YouTube series. Remember, if you want a girl's attention, show her how well you can organize events and how good you are at networking with people. That's always sexy. Yes, you could also do that. You could name, I wonder if there is like a thing where you could name some of the dinosaurs after your viewers or subscribers, and then you could also name some of like the food after viewers and subscribers. That would be cool. Who doesn't love a good melted system? The dinos are nameable. Yes. You know, I probably should have like blacked out her pupils with this. Yeah. gonna hide all the shading really quick so I can just do pupils. Wait a minute, what the fuck am... No, wait. Wait, yeah. Ha! Thinking. Working smarter, not harder. Okay. Remember, kids, you can't just leave the pupils as a solid black because that'll flatten out the rest of your image and make it look too cartoony. So if you want to do realism, you have to add a little bit of like color and highlight and shading to the deepest, darkest part of the face, including the pupils. Technique! Thinking that once I finish this piece, I work on the emotes for Artstream. And then I also have to do the posts for Patreon, the Patreon exclusives.
True.
Wednesday, my dudes. Feels like it should still be Tuesday. So many things to do, so little time. I don't want to go back to bed. I know I shouldn't. I have things I have to do today. I really want. Gotta adult. Gotta be the adult. Go do the things. Eat the food. Be a person. Thinking about in the future, I might do like some gaming streams. which might be fun. Don't know what games I would play though. I think I talked about this last week. Maybe I'll play like some of the weird independent horror games that I've got.
We can rock with a rhythm. We can rock, rock, rock high. We can rock with a rhythm. We can rock, rock, rock high.
I do enjoy the spook. That is true. thought I was gonna sneeze, didn't sneeze. Hooray! I know at the beginning of the stream I said this still feels like Tuesday, but right now it feels like it should already be Thursday. I feel like I have been doing this for 1,000 years. I think I'm just tired. Yep. Yep. Hi, Gecko. How are you doing? Keep saying Gecko. I think it's just Gecko. Oh. Hope you had a good couple of days and a good holiday. Because gosh, I haven't seen you in like 72 hours. Well, no, wait. I thought it was Tuesday again. It's Wednesday. It's been like 3 or 4 days. Yes, that would be great. I mean, right now my schedule is really flexible and open, so really it's yours and Pendragon's schedules, I think, that have some more strict adherence, so just let me know. Just let me or Tryhard know. That'll be exciting. Then maybe I'll have like role-playing characters to draw on stream. Ah! Okay, I mean, that could work. Another we could do, if you don't work Wednesdays, we could try then, or maybe like a Sunday night thing if you guys are free on those days too. But okay, yeah, Thursdays or Saturdays could work in the early evening. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you. Did I totally forget to do the rest of the hair? Yep. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. That's okay. Okay. I'm gonna hit quick pause really quick so I can run to the restroom, get a refill on water, all that good stuff. I will talk to you guys in a bit. Thanks. Okay, and back. Thanks for waiting. Okay. Trying to figure out where we are right now. Why erase when you can hit undo? Hooray! You know what's really bad is I've been doing digital art for so long now that sometimes when I will like actually draw, like just do like little doodles on like a dry erase board or something, I will mess up and my brain's just like undo. And I can feel my fingers like about to make the key motion. I'm like, wait, this is real life. Just love the quick. Exactly. That works. Ah, shit. I forgot to hit record for the speed paint again. Ah. You need like a sticky note that's like, remember to hit record. Yeah, I've been pretty bad about it lately though. Hmm. Today I learned that cookies do not make a good breakfast. Sorry, choking like a cookie crumb in the back of my throat. Who needs complex foods? Give me rice and like bacon. Wait, is bacon a complex food? Alright, well, it is that time. End of the stream. This is as far as we got. It's not looking too bad. Yeah. Pretty happy with how this is coming along. Thank you, Tryhard friends, and Gecko and Spectre for tuning in and hanging out in chat. And thank you to everyone else who didn't come into chat but still took a look and hung out for a little while. I'm going to try to be back later tonight at 7 p.m. drawing some cute anime cat girls if you guys want to come see and hang out. Thanks, Tryhard. Alright, I will see you guys later. Bye.